What's up guys, welcome to this cup. I'm your host Cobra, and today's video that you can obviously see from the title screen is Neapolitan's past from RWBY. Now, I know there's a lot of theories out there about her past, but this one is my own opinion, her past. So without further ado, let's get on with this video. She was a slave. That's right, a slave. Because most of the villains in RWBY came from Mistral. And I think Neo is from Mistral herself. We don't know her exact age, but I think she's probably like 22 years old. So she was a slave when she was a child. Because when she was younger, she lives in Mistral as like everybody else. Just a regular girl with a normal life with a family, but she's a prodigy. One day she unlocks her semblance at an extremely young age. And we don't know what's her semblance exactly, but we all think it's illusions. Her illusions can take physical form, all that stuff. And she managed to get that at an extremely young age. I think probably around 10 years old. And her parents thought it was amazing, her friends thought it was amazing. However, when people found out about her semblance, it quickly spread. And we all know Mistral has like a really bad history with like bandits, prostitution, drugs, murderers, all that stuff. In Mistral, they also have slavery. So it did take a while for the word to spread. What I think is like when it finally hit the slave dealers, it's about too late. And when they heard about it, they thought, oh, she would be a great slave. So let's get her. They managed to find out where she lives. Neo should be about 12 years old. And of course, it's during nighttime. And Neo just went to sleep, and her parents were in the rooms probably like reading a book. And next thing they knew, later during the night, bandits started to get in their own house. And obviously, since this is anime, Neo's parents died. Because Neo's parents found out that they were intruders, and they killed them, and they steal Neo, went back to the tribe, and so on and so forth. And for many years, Neo has went through some traumatized shit. Like so bad, like that's the reason why she doesn't talk. It's like she's so traumatized that she doesn't speak, or maybe like one of her disciplines, they managed to damage her throat. And that's why she can't speak. And also another thing is her personality disorder. Because when she's like having a different personality, her eye color change and she's like a different person. The reason I think that is she was all by herself. There was no other slaves but herself. So she technically went insane and she got many personalities to keep herself company. And that's very sad for Neo. She was beaten because she disobeyed an order. I believe it's been going on for 6 years. And since the bandits got her since she was 12, she was about 18 years old. Well, the following 6 years, the bandits said, okay, she's ready. She's a good slave. She won't talk back to do anything for her masters. So during that day, there was a slave drive, and Neo was the slave to be sold. And when she got there, when she was on the stage, obviously there was a bunch of criminals, scum down there that was like saying, oh, I want her for $10,000. Oh, I'll give her $20,000. Everyone was betting when Neo's just there crying and just scared. Because she knows that if someone buys her, she's going to get like abused. However, she got lucky. In a very bad corner, this weird man has orange hair, a cane and a cigar, was in the back, seeing her, sad, and knows about her sandwich and thought she would actually be really good for my crime syndicate. So he got up, walked towards Neo, and while everybody was betting, it was getting more quiet and quiet. And when that happened, Neo lifted her head and saw this man walking towards her. And everybody was saying, oh my god, it's Roman Torchwick. Neo had no idea who he is, and Neo was getting more scared because everybody said, oh my god, it's Roman, we better back off. Because he's really well known, and Neo's like, oh no, this guy is going to buy me. But, well, as one was walking by, I'm pretty sure a man would just walk up to him and saying, who are you? And Roman says, I don't have to answer you. And this guy gets pissed off because he doesn't know who Roman is. And Roman just lifted his cane up and shot the man. And everybody was shot, and even more people start backing off. And Neo got more scared because Roman just killed someone in front of everybody. So everybody is now scared of Roman, and then the slave owner's like, okay, Roman, you can have Neo. and so he got Neo. Later, as they leave to walk around, Neo's like wondering, this guy is going to beat me, this guy is going to hurt me, I'm so scared, what is he going to do? But I think this is what happened. Woman turned around and says this, listen girl, I know that you're afraid of me, I know you're probably not going to like me, but listen, I'm not going to hurt you. All you have to do is listen to my orders, and I will protect you, I'll give you a home, I'll give you food, I'll give you everything if you just listen to my orders. And Neo didn't believe him at first, but as time goes by, she did. And woman, he did all his promises. He gave her a roof, he gave her food, he even gave her her clothing and her parasol. And Neo, since she's Argent, she doesn't need to train with woman, but woman, I think he did train her a bit to make her be more stronger. And he did protect her because woman, he's actually very caring for Neo. And Neo, she's not afraid of him, she actually considers him a father figure. Because he really is a nice man to Neo. To other people, no, but to Neo, yes. And she realized that she got lucky that woman, he was there. He was at her slave drive. If he wasn't, then Neo would have still be a slave. But we all know what happened later during Volume 3. Woman died, and Neo, we haven't seen Neo since. We don't know where she is, but I believe she's very sad. But we don't know for sure. So there you have it, guys. That's my theory. Neo was a slave and woman bought her. And that's it. So if you guys enjoy this video and this theory, please drop a like and subscribe. And if you don't think my theory is correct or you have your own theory about Neo's past, please tell us in the comments. And please check out our other videos. It really helps us and we would love it if you guys would. This is Cobra signing off. Bye guys.